I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Monday, May the 1st. What now after that big week last week with all those big gains and just blew everybody's hat off there. And we're hoping we can hold things. We don't know if we climbed a peak or a plateau here, wondering what we're going to find when we get to the top of whatever we're climbing here. But you look at last week's board on your live cattle contracts. June ended the week at 124.02. That was up $7.32 for the week. Feeder cattle, the May contract, ended the week at 149.55, up $10.30 for the week. But huge gains in every facet of the cattle market. Your fat cattle trade was established last week on another big movement around 125,000 in the 5 area feeding region for the second week in a row, and both posting huge gains. Don't see that very often. But live sales range from 135 to 140, which was $4 to $7 higher. Dress sales ended up from 217 to 219. That was $5 to $7 higher. But you saw big gains in your feeder cattle market too. Your cash feeders ranged from $4 to $10 higher by the time the market got really set, middle of the week. Your calves were that much higher in places in the plains and in the Midwest, but southeastern calves were steady to $3 lower, as most of your big grazing areas have already turned their cattle out. But also we had some of that cold wintry weather coming in, and that was going to be a big shock to some shipped in calves, so you saw some guys back off of their orders there, which those guys will return into the market. But most of your high volume grazers have already got their cattle turned out and no longer looking for any stocker cattle. But real-time index on Beef Market Central ended the week last week just under 141, which is up $1.29 for the week. CME surged just a little bit more than that, with some Northern Plains sales that had some record highs there at 140, 138. But you wonder why that hasn't gone up anymore. There's just not as many of those big cattle left, and we had some heavier receipts there on the early part of that moving average, so it's taken a while for that to get up there and really get into some high prices on a big average there in the middle 12 states, the United States there. But your Monday markets will sure be higher. Both Oklahoma City and Joplin should see feeders selling higher. They got some catching up to do. You know, they were only $3 or $4 higher last week, and actually Joplin wasn't any higher at all. But the runs are really lightening up, and it's not going to be very long for it. It doesn't take hardly any cattle to draw a crowd. Joplin only expecting around 3,000 head here on Monday. But on Friday, they had an active market there in Caddy Corner, opposite side of the state in Missouri, at Bowling Green at the Eastern Missouri Commission Company, right on the Illinois line there. They had a load of 947-pound steers there for their auctioneer contest of Missouri Livestock Marketing Association. They bring 139.85. Another load weighed 995 at 138.50. That's your feeder flash for Monday.